An auditor is sampling for attributes. As soon as you hear the word attribute, it means they're sampling for the internal control. That's good. Which of the following is correct regarding the sample size when the auditor determined that the expected rate is different from the originally expected? So when we sample for attribute, what is sampling for attribute? For example, we want to make sure that all the checks are signed by an authorized person. If all the checks are signed by an authorized person, it means the internal control are good. All what we're looking for is attributes. Are they signed by the authorized person, yes or no? Attribute. So before we start to check the checks, whether they are properly, the person that signed them is properly authorized, we set an expectation error rate. We think, for example, there's a chance that 2% are not signed. We expect that 2% of the checks are not signed. Then we're going to go ahead and select a sample of checks. Then we find out it's either 1% or 5%. So something other than the originally expected. The expected was 2%. We expected 2%, but eventually we're going to find out whether it's 2, 1, or 5. So what happened when we have that deviation? What happened at the sample size? Let's see. If the expected rate has risen, the sample size would reduce. Well, if we increase our expected error rate, we started with 2, and now we think we're going to have more. In other words, might have 3. Now we're increasing our expected rate. What do? Do we reduce the sample size? And the answer is no. If we expect to have more deviation, in other words, more people signing the checks who are not authorized, we're going to increase the sample size. And the reason is because we have more risk. We have to select more because the internal control are not working as we expected. So A is out. B, if the expected error rate has fallen. Now we thought it's 2, but guess what? I think it's 1. Now we're looking at it. It's really 1. The sample size will increase? No. The sample size will go down. If we think it was 2%, and now we're finding out it should be 1% or even 0%. All the checks are properly signed. Then we should not increase the sample size, because the sample size means we have to do more work. If we can rely on their control, that's the reason we test the control, is to rely or not to rely. If we think we can rely, we reduce the sample size, so B is out. So if A and B are out, I can take out D immediately. If the expected rate has risen, obviously C must be the answer. The sample size will be increased, and the answer is yes. If I find out the expected rate should be higher than 2%, now I started to look at these things, then guess what? To compensate, I have to increase my sample size. Therefore, the answer is C.
Want to see more CPA exam multiple choice questions solved step by step? At farhatlectures.com, you will get hundreds of video solved MCQs step by step, including previously released AI CPA questions, previously released AI CPA simulation, in-depth lectures and resources to prepare for the CPA exam, AI tools that's going to help you study smarter, not harder, CPA exam podcast lessons where you can learn on the go. And also you will get the personal guidance of support of Farhat and his team. If you are serious about passing the CPA exam, this is your next step. Visit the website farhatlectures.com, start your free trial, and I hope to see you on the website.